Yeah. So it's more about, can you afford it going into multifamily, not about your experience, right?
I think another kind of follow-up question that I'd have that I think is kind of related that people would find super interesting is that if you were to like go back in time to literally day one, knowing everything that you know now, but starting with like $0, but no, you have all the knowledge that you have right now. What would be kind of like your first step, and walk me through like a hypothetical timeline over the course of, let's say, 10 years. What would you buy first? What would you go in afterwards? And like, at what point would you transition from single families to like small multifamily, et cetera?
This is going to apply for only this market here locally where I live.
Yeah. Let's talk specifically to Windsor.
Yeah. I'd house hack first. I would... Is that the right term?
Yeah.
I'm not all privy to these fucking terms here.
Hacking is.
Yeah. So if I was starting out again, from scratch, I had no money to invest. I'm not a fan of using other people's money. Let's get that out of the way.
Let's say that you have enough for a down payment. Let's say you have enough for a down payment on like a 5% to get started in this market, like with these prices that we have, like not
just
back
right
in
now.
2008, like these prices, you have enough for a down payment on a 5%. So what would that be? Let's say, for example, let's say you have 50 grand.
Yeah.
50 grand saved up, and you have a job with a decent income that you can qualify for loans.
Yeah.
That's your stipulations.
I would find a fixer upper.
Yeah.
And I would do that as fast as possible, as multiple times throughout the next couple years. Whatever the limit is, I can't remember if they've changed it or not recently, but I believe you could flip your own primary residence every year. You will be met with a limit at some point. You can't just do this for the next 10 years. CRA will clamp down on you. I've known people that have thought that this is just a loophole that they can perpetually take advantage of. It's not. They will consider it a business eventually if they find out, right? You don't want to get in that position where they're finding out that you're doing it as a business and then they start looking into you and backtracking. That's a bad scenario.
Yeah.
But I would flip my primary residence to gain as much capital as humanly fucking possible. I'd save every dollar that I could from the income that I earn at that job. I'd pick up as many other shifts. I'd try to make as much more money as I possibly could to raise as much capital that I could to make that capital go even further in real estate investing. That's what I would do.
Okay, so then at what point in time would you then transition past short-term flips? And what would you transition into next?
I'd probably do the exact same thing that I did.